Alright, welcome to the channel. Today we have my father-in-law's snowblower, 2-stage Troy-Bilt, and it spit the belt up. So, gonna show you how to take it apart and put the belt back on.
So the first thing we're going to do is take off the belt cover, and there's 2 bolts for that, so one on each side. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to do.
Get these off. And yeah, as I expected, I don't know, the belt is on it. Alright, just gonna take some more finessing. Next thing we need to do is pull the chute. So let's, so there's a pin here, and then there's a wing nut under here, and then another cotter pin here, and that should be it. It should just pop out. This is kind of like a safety one. You gotta pull it down, and then it comes out. Okay. Here's that wing nut I was talking about. Pull the pin, pull that cotter pin. This whole thing should just up and out of the way, which obviously gives you a lot more room down here. You can pull this sucker out. Okay, so this is my problem right here. You can see it's broken clean off. Looks like it lost the hook that's supposed to go on the end. So let's try and see if we can get this thing to feed. Yeah, that's supposed to be hooked on there. And it's definitely not anymore. Alright. Let me see if I can put a new hook on it. Take a pair of pliers and bend it. See if that works.
Here's a screenshot of the part I purchased off Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description.
Alright. Well, we're now back. A couple days later, and we have a replacement cable. So looks to be the same. It's got the same ends on it. So I will show you how to start removing the original cable and get it out of here. So let's get to it. All right, first step is gonna be to remove this bracket. Pull this one bolt here, and then it's just pinned. These all look to have these guide wheels on it. I'm hoping we don't have to pull those. We'll see. There's one in the back as well. Belt is not looking so hot, but I'll save that one for another day. Right. Yeah, Alright, so it looks like we will have to pull these. This will be about 11 or 12 millimeter, so let me grab a socket for that. Alright, this machine seems to be English, not metric, which is a little surprising. But just assume nowadays everything is metric. There's one. Alright. There's one more bracket in the back here. It's 3/8. There's 2 bolts. So we're just going to pull that out. And again, we have this where the cable's pinched between a roller. So we're going to pull that out like we did the other one. And then up here it's just a simple pull the lever back and pull it out. That's it. We have the cable out. Alright, here I have the old cable and the new one. Ends appear to be the same. New one's a little thinner, but I think that's okay. And just line them up, pull them through, and they appear to be the same length. Except the new one's actually got the hook attached. So we'll go ahead and get these installed, or get this installed. Sure, we do the same routing as last time. That looks good. Alright, so just reverse operations here. Put this guy back together. I always like to hand start the threads, make sure they go in good. I don't cross thread or pinch something. Should be that. We also have the old markings here where this thing came from the factory. So we're going to try and line up the bolts to the old holes. And that should get everything lined up properly. Make sure you don't go too tight. Strip it out. That'll make for a bad day. Alright, back to the front again. So, same thing as the back. Need to put another guide wheel on. Hook this all back up. I believe this went like this. So it needs to go like this. Yep. Again, at the back, started by hand. Make sure everything goes in well. Sounds good. I think before I bolt this on, I'm gonna actually try and hook it in here. looks good. I'm gonna get my ratchet because I can't reach that with the impact. Belt's still loose, so it shouldn't engage it. This. Yeah. I think it looks good. Yeah, so it works good now. Put a little WD-40 on the handle up here to get it to work right, but you can see it's doing what it's supposed to do. It returns, releases. So next thing we're going to go do is start the reassembly. So first thing to go back on is the belt guard. Get this sucker on. Start my bolts. One on each side. It's just a metal bolt on plastic, so doesn't need to be super tight. It'll break stuff. Next to go is the chute. This is kind of tricky. Obviously, you need to put that on first. Back this up so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Now this pin's in here, and then a rod needs to go in here. It's kind of all fall in place. Put the nut back on. This thing spins. Outside. Looks like everything works. Go ahead and tighten this up and put the pin in. That should be it. We are good to go. Alright. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.